the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
With a December snow blanketing much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go now. 50 on the base. Check 53 is mine. Regret. Check.
They'll run for the first time with Hill. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
That's good for a Jacksonville first and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
56 is the mic. I'm scared. Hey, check 24. Check 24. 61. Max box. Right.
Play action. It's Jackson. And connecting here with DJ Shark. The end result, 21 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there with touchdown number 23 here on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and that makes the score 7-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go, set, 60 outlaw, look at me, go.
They'll run on first down. Braxton. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Kennedy. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On first down, Braxton. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Ready? Quit talking about it. Hey, Sam off. Just get it.
On 2nd down now, Braxton. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Ready? 18 Gator. 44. Let him know. 44. Mike, 44. Watch the screen. Hey, Echo. Watch the screen. Go down.
They'll drop the throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Back.
They go play action now. Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
50.
Now Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
56 to Mike.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The reception good for 7. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's Hill. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Check 53. Watch the run, watch the run. 53 to Mike. 53, check 53.
On second and 11 now. Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Rush in. Rush in. Go. Bud. Be ready. Be ready. Go.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10.
52. That's right, man.
Now it's Jackson. They complete it to Hill. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
On the carry, it's Hill. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it's now 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Myles Jack with a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Check, check. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check, 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 check. Check, check. Lock it all out. Hey, high 7. Let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Looking right sideline, that's complete. A good pickup there of 22. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Jackson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Watch the screen. Pass. Let's go, let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. In for the score. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2nd and 5. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Hey, you got 3.
They'll look to throw here. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Kennedy. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A good pickup there for the Browns. 15 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Let's go, boys. Bring it.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Ready? 50. Plant.
2nd and 10. At the 40-yard line.
Speed dribble.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
Come on, set. 60 yards. Hey, Haywood.
Looking to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
56 is go.
Yeah, let's get set lunch.
56. Mike's 56.
Hey, get in the weight room.
56. Mike, 56, right there.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Good job.
A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the route is on here in this first half. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
44 is the Mike. 44 is the Mike.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Now.
Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
We go! 18 Gator. Man. No. Shoot!
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Alert 3. Hard. Check 3. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they have that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
44's the mic.
Let's go, tight end. Look. Squeeze. Watch the safety creep. 44. Mike, 44. Hey, seam 6. You draw Corkers. Hey, turn it out.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Kennedy. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Mike 52. Check back. Mike 52.
Yep.
You can't block me. Check 52's the mic. Check 50.
Leo.
He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Let's go now. 18 Gators, 61. Matchbox lights.
They'll run on first down. Braxton, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6. At the
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Rip left.
2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
52. Take me up. Here we go. Look at me. Zipper. Mike 52. Big trip.
He'll look to throw, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. but at least it's 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Here's Hill on the return. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Mike, 56.
Now Jackson going to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Play action. Now Jackson. Underneath here to Hill. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Go. 56. Mike. Delta. Yeah, right there. 56. Cut. Mike 56.
To throw is Jackson. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Look at me. Door. You go tight. You got tight. Bravo. Tight right there. Get it.
Back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
53, check 53.
From the gun, it's Jackson. That one complete to Hill. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss it.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and the lead will swell by one more. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Under crunch. Check 31, check 31.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Yes.
Slam.
Big edge.
Hey, orbit.
Ready?
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets it away, and it's a laser, headed for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a 10th carry for Hill. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
It's Hill, complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Where's 52? Watch 52.
Jackson now. And he will find his man on the outside. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 30-yard line. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
On the ready.
The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Joker. Tighten up.
Hey, zoom.
Second and 13. And he rifles one incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He'll set up to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, exit.
44's the mic. 44's mic. Check. I'm coming for you. You mine. 44.
Go.
44's the mic.
Go.
Under 10. Under 10. 10. Deuce.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check.
Here's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. So that throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
61. Match box. Mike, he's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. A solid stiff arm. It's wearing the tight end with it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
And the Browns first down.
90 Wolf. Okay, double up, double up, double up, double up. Hey, Echo. No, check that. We're going to Mike 50. Hit it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
Their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Browns drive about to get started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Hey, Haywood, go. 44 is the mic, 44 is Mike. Check. Shoot.
They're going to look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Kennedy. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Hey, Alpha. Check Mike 99, Mike 99. Right here. Check Mike 99, Mike 99. Ready?
They'll look to throw here on first down. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
44 is the mic. Let's go.
Now back to throw. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down.
Mike spoke forward. You got nothing today. You got nothing. 44 is the mic. 40.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Five.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call.
Let's go.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Gets this one to Hill. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Check. I got him. On me. 52. 56. Check.
From the gun, Jackson. That one complete. He finds Sharp. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch the pass. Switch. Mike's 56. Let's go.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
It's our field.
Jackson throwing again. They set up the screen to Hill. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to